guess we're gonna do another one just to show you guys. Good morning. Too early for this, but right now I'm going to Florida and we have a tuning trip. So we have to tune Collette's RX7, the 3-rotor, and mess with the 2-rotor because her Corvette's not going to be done for Hyperfest in time. So we were actually supposed to come a little bit later, but we're gonna fly in and take care of both cars real quick. So they just got a dyno at the shop. The 3-rotor, they've been working on it for a couple months, getting everything straight. So it should be something pretty easy to where we put it on the dyno, tune it, do some pulls, get it right, and then can take it to Hyperfest. So given that it's so close, we're actually gonna go over there and help her with the car also. And while we're down there, I'm gonna go take a look at the repo, go through it. I'm gonna take a look at the mystery machine. Garrett wants us to take a look at it. It's having some problems where the training was slipping, so we're gonna check the fluid, change it, top it off, change the oil, pretty much get it ready for Houston. We're not gonna be able to go to Houston, but at least we can get it ready for him so they can have a blast and people can keep enjoying that rotary power. So let's get in this plane and head to Florida. All right, so we made it to the compound. Gotta get to the shop and we're gonna start working on the RX7, making sure everything is how we need it, and we can start tuning tomorrow. All right, so I have it hooked up. I noticed a couple things. So over here in rev limit, it had fuel cut enabled. You don't want to have fuel cut on a rotary, just ignition cut by itself. Fuel cut causes the rotary to lean out. You don't want to try to control RPM by cutting fuel off because you'll blow it up. So I turned that off. Overboost is at 22. And the other problem right here is the injector settings are not set. When you, on the Adaptronic, when you search the injector itself, you actually have to set it. So you see, once you click it, I'll do the secondary so it turns on. But once you click set, it puts in the injector settings. So the injector settings were never set on the ECU. I'm gonna go through everything. A couple things are not right. I mean, this dwell setting is kind of 4.5 where it's supposed to be. If you read the coils, 4.5 dwell is the minimum. So it going down on RPM will cause an ignition breakup. So that's probably why I had an ignition breakup problem. So we have to fix the dwell also. So I'm pretty confident we can get this thing running right. Another huge problem we found, this thing is on firmware 1.0. That's where we're at right now. These computers, they were fairly new and they came with a lot of problems early on. So you have to update the firmware. It goes fuel. And then go away, lean out. So we're taking a look at Sailor 7 also. And it keeps having a problem where its fuel's coming out of the wastegate. So if we go over here to Diagnostics, ECU data, you can see one of the injectors is already opening while the other ones are closed. So it means that injector 2 on the primary on the rear is opening. So no matter what you do, like running off or whatever, it's still injecting fuel. So we're gonna take the intake off and verify that there's no shorts or anything. This harness needs rotary Jesus because it's got butt connectors everywhere. So I can see why it has a short somewhere. Definitely found the issue. ECU's burnt. First pull, it did 408 at 4 pounds. So alright, so we're gonna do one more pull. It's getting kind of late, so we're gonna stop. But right now, like 12 pounds is at 561. We're just gonna turn it up like probably 2 more psi, and that should be it for the night. Should be plenty to shake it down at Hyperfest. And after that, I mean, the torque curve's pretty nice. It's gonna be a pretty responsive car. No, I guess 2 numbers on the boost controller makes it go twice as high.
Yeah,
So
twice as high. Well, you kind of defied all rotary laws of physics with
what did it do?
torque.
Like, so on the higher boost it did 600 torque, but that was, you know, obviously like 22 pounds.
But it was 600 and then less horsepower.
Yeah.
I was like, hell yes. Now we're playing. But this is a lot better for us to be driving now.
So,
we'll work our way up.
I'm excited because it is a nice setup. Everything worked on the car, and it has taken a long time to get to this point, but
It has. It's been probably rebuilt about 3 different times, like every little system. And I feel like finally I'm kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel now that you're here and things are functionally working. And now we'll just see if the rest of the drivetrain can hold up.
hopefully it goes to VRR and we can do some more tuning. If it doesn't, we'll just come back and, you know, give it like higher boost. Right now 14 pounds is really nothing on a 20B, especially on the 85. That's like pump gas power. So we're gonna leave it at that, break it in, make sure everything's good, no big problems, and then we can go for the high power so you can do those big banks.
Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready. Already, honestly, it's gonna be great if I can drive this at VIR, but it's gonna need me to step up to the plate because that's a fast track. I've never drifted a turbo car yet.
I'll just stay on the pedal to the floor.
Yep. Yep, I'm doing a lot of that.
But we're gonna go back to Virginia and we'll be back. Made the 600. Turn the ignition on.
Thank you.
She did good though.
Thank you so much.